If you ever wondered what a 7-figure Amazon seller nets in profit, then this video is for you. There's a lot of talk in the space of gurus saying that they made this, they made that, but nobody's actually showing their bottom line through QuickBooks. QuickBooks is an accounting tool that any Amazon seller can get, and this gives you the most accurate net profit at the end of the day. In this video, I'm gonna dive through my February 2024 Amazon numbers so you can see exactly what a 7-figure seller makes and what his expenses are. With that being said, let's get into the video so you can see my exact bottom line. And as always, if you got value, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it.
So if you ever wondered what a 7-figure Amazon seller makes, no BS. Like, this is literally my QuickBooks made by my CPA, who I very much trust. And basically, this is going to break down my numbers for selling on Amazon in February so you can see exactly what I take home at the end of the day after all expenses. I'm going to break it down line by line for the most part so you can kind of see what's under the hood of a profitable 7-figure seller Amazon business. So we got right here, the top line is the income. So we have Amazon income. These are discounts and promotions. So these are just promotions that Amazon gives you. Basically, you know, it comes off your bottom line, but it also can get added back in terms of shipping income here. So you can kind of see it evens out. I talked about this in my January PL video, but actually made money at their shipping income, as you can see. And then there's FBA inventory reimbursement. So this is just getting reimbursed for inventory that got lost in Amazon or something like that. Usually it's like lost in the warehouse or lost on the inbound. That's usually what inventory reimbursement looks like. And then we have refunds here. So it was kind of a high refund month. I had a lot of returns for some reason. There was some things going on with the prep center that I had in the fall that didn't really work out very well, and a lot of returns kept coming in from that. So that was partially one of the things that made my refunds really high. If I got my refunds down a few $1,000s, I would have increased my profit a lot here. Honestly, it would have been a super, super profitable month. It was already a profitable month. But if you can get your refunds down as low as possible, it will help your bottom line for sure. So these are the top line sales right here, $127,000 in sales and shipping income like I talked about before. So that after pluses and minuses, my total income was $121,000. And then we have the expense category right here. So we have Amazon fees in this bucket, and cost of goods sold right here was $70,000. And this one I want to highlight because this makes my bottom line look a lot lower than it actually is. So we took a loss on inventory impairment. So this was for basically inventory that was damaged. Pretty much just inventory that we're writing off. Like, I sold a bunch of inventory to a liquidator at a loss, but this $2,000 was taken in 1 month. This was spread throughout the entire year pretty much, so that's how much inventory I lost throughout the year through damage and returns and stuff like that I couldn't recoup the money for or took a loss on through a liquidator. So that basically is deflating the bottom line a little bit here. Usually that's spread across 12 months technically, but we took it all in 1 month, and then we're going to use that to write it off on taxes in terms of like inventory that was lost. So we had to make a journal entry for that. But yeah, so here's inbound shipping. It costs $580. That might go up because of the new fees and everything like that, and just making me ship to different fulfillment centers. So that might slightly go up next month. Warehouse and FBA fees pretty much are right here. This is probably storage fees and FBA fees for the $14,700, and then there's Amazon referral fees right here are $18,900. So you can see how much money we're actually paying as Amazon sellers, which it blows your mind. But yeah, so cost of goods sold, that's just the amount of inventory that I sold. The cost of it essentially was $70,000, and mentioned the impairment already. And then prep center fees here. So I have a prep center, which definitely does lower my bottom line a little bit, but paid $2,500 in prep fees. So that gives my total cost of goods sold here as $109,000. That gives us a gross profit of $12,000. The impairment took $2,000 off of it. And then we have some stuff here. So this was the $78 was for Amazon ads. I run like a small ad campaign, nothing crazy. That was $78. And then my freelance contractors are my virtual assistants. So we actually took a little bit of a hit here. So it actually will help next month's numbers because we took $600 extra because I paid them on the 29th because every 2 weeks I pay them. So I paid them on the 29th, and that led to me having to write off an extra $600 of virtual assistant salary. So usually my virtual assistant salaries are $1,200 a month, just to give you an accurate idea here. So bank fees, service charges, that could have been like, I think that was like a foreign transaction fee or something like that. Continuing Education, that's a coaching group that I'm in. I pay $397 a month. And yeah, so there's also Inventory Reimbursement Service. So this is Seller Investigators. I paid them $238 last month. Meals, just business meals here. I usually keep that super low, but $77 right there. Membership subscriptions. So I just paid for, I'm not sure the exact subscription there. But yeah, if you click on it in QuickBooks, it will tell you the exact subscription of what it was. But I'm assuming he just bucketed something in membership and subscription because my CPA makes this. So accounting fees right here, this is the cost I pay for him to do the bookkeeping, $299 a month. Consulting service is the cost I have to pay Jeff Schick on retainer. So that's just for the lawyer fees and stuff like that. And the expenses are pretty simple this month, actually. It's usually a little bit more complicated, honestly. But yeah, office expenses. So this was shipping for like stuff I sold on TikTok Shop and then Walmart. I had to pay shipping for that. So $67 right there. Software and apps. So this is just the software cost that I pay. It's usually around $600 a month for software. And that gives our total expenses $654 for office. And then the final thing is electricity. So that's just the electricity I write off for the apartment. But yeah, so total expenses were $3,770, giving us a net operating income of $8,500. So that gives us a margin of around 7% or so. Obviously, I'm telling you that inventory impairment definitely took it down a little bit. So it was closer to around 10% or so, maybe a little bit less than 10%. February is a hard month as well. A lot of Amazon sellers report lower than normal margins, but we actually had a really good month, so I'm pretty happy with the results because after inventory impairment, you add that back that we took off for the entire of last year. That gets us around to $10,500 in profit. And then, I have some other miscellaneous things I'm writing off for business purposes, like my coaching group, stuff like that. That's perfectly allowed to write that off. You're allowed to write off anything that you use to make more income. So, yeah. That's that. So we're at around $10,500 in net profit on $125,000 in revenue. So that gets us to, like I said, around an 8-9% margin. But that's pretty typical to see at high volume like this when you're selling on Amazon. This is legit numbers right here. This is not no foo-foo guru telling you he makes 20% margin on Amazon. Usually it's around 8 to 12% if I'm being completely honest with you at scale. But yeah, this is pretty much the breakdown. If you guys have any questions, feel free to mention them in the comments. I'll definitely get back to them. But I hope this gives you guys a real understanding of what an actual 7-figure Amazon seller makes who's actually doing it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys got some value from this video. And as always, if you did, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.